gigantic size, incredible strength, and a whole range of effective weapons. This is the arsenal of the true owner of the forest, who is able to find an approach to even the most dangerous prey. He is not afraid of packs of wolves, there are no obstacles in his path, and even icy water will not force him to retreat from his goal. Hello, friends. You are on the Animal Instinct channel, and the hero of today's episode is the most dangerous and aggressive grizzly bear. You can't even tell that this cute, plump bear sitting by the fence is one of the most dangerous predators on our planet. Although you can still guess if you look, for example, at his claws. The grizzly bear is one of the largest hunters, and its average weight is around 1,000 pounds. However, it all depends on the habitat, and in Alaska there are monsters weighing up to 1,350 pounds. And if they stand on their hind legs, then the height of such a machine can exceed 10 feet. Just compare the person next to the tree where this bear was scratching, and, for example, in Yellowstone National Park, which is the southern boundary of their habitat, the bears are much smaller. They weigh only about 660 pounds, which is still twice the weight of a black bear, and they try to stay out of the way of the grizzly. The very name grizzly means gray-haired, and the bear was named so because of the grayish tint of its fur. But it does not occur in all individuals, and the color of grizzlies varies from light brown to almost black. And in general, this is not an independent species, but just a subspecies of the brown bear, which does not differ from it in visual characteristics. And currently, a grizzly bear refers to any brown bear found in North America. This is a very well-armed animal because the claws of large grizzlies can reach a length of 6 inches, which, combined with enormous strength, turns the animal's paws into a deadly weapon. And its fangs grow up to 8 inches, and a bite from such a mouth is very dangerous. Moreover, bears know this and do not hesitate to use their teeth even against each other. But more on that later. And his body, despite its apparent clumsiness, is a bundle of muscles, and Grizzly can run very fast. It accelerates to 40 miles per hour and can pursue a target for a long time. In addition, it is an excellent swimmer and a tree climber. So, hiding from a bear will be a great success for any animal. But, be that as it may, it is strange that these are omnivores, and the proportion of plant food greatly exceeds animal food. Eating tubers, roots, berries, and other vegetation is sometimes more effective than tracking animals. In addition, bears will not miss a moment to eat a frog, mouse, vole, or other small mammals, and of course, they are incredibly dexterous in their use of their long tongue, with which they can get insects from any secluded place. And if there is a sea nearby, then during low tides you can enjoy seafood, which is helped by the huge paws that easily dig out the mud, and with such claws playfully open the shells. Or you can eat it all at once. In addition, a bear's sense of smell is one of the best on Earth. It is about 2,000 times sharper than a human's, and 20 times stronger than that of a bloodhound. And this allows you to be one of the first to find out, which the bears are not said to be happy about because they need to gain as much weight as possible before winter. And fishing is a goldmine for bears in this matter. When salmon enter the rivers, the fatty, high-calorie food literally goes into the mouth itself. You just need to find a better place. But what beautiful shots you can see at this time. You must have nerves of steel to stand so close to a grizzly bear and film them fishing. But if necessary, the bear is even able to dive into the depths to catch fish, and he succeeds. But for a mother with cubs, such a concentration of bears is a dangerous place because the males can kill the cubs. And the attack was not long in coming, but the mother, despite her smaller size, is now probably the most aggressive bear in the world, and the male understands that she is not worth contacting. In addition, the fighter managed to lose his place on the roll and will have to win it back again. But his opponent is younger and noticeably larger, so the old man flies down the roll, and this is an extremely bad sign. After all, the salmon feast is very short. Bears generally love to fight and have been doing this since birth. Sometimes they can disperse very strongly in their fight and injure each other, so the mother still has to watch and separate her cubs from time to time. But more than 50% of grizzlies don't survive the first year, and other bears are to blame. And winter is very soon, and the closer the bear stays, the longer it will last. This, by the way, determines the difference in size, because it is more difficult to survive the winter in Alaska than in Yellowstone. Having found a suitable hill, the bear digs out an entrance in the northern direction, and in a few days carries up to a ton of earth out of the den. Females can hibernate while pregnant and give birth to their young in the den. The cubs live there until spring and feed on their mother's milk, so she needs to gain extra weight. At the beginning of summer, grizzly bears are still quite hungry, and they will rush for any prey. Especially as light as the moose with her calves, she does not notice the danger, and she herself goes out to the bear. And the grizzly rushes to the attack, skillfully cutting off the cubs from their mother. It's all over for this calf. Well, the second one is in danger because the bear, having hidden the prey, rushes along the trail in pursuit. True, the video ends and the result of the pursuit is unknown to me. And in this video, the bear got close to the female with her calves, and they were separated by no more than 6 feet. The bear raises his paw, but the mother drives the clubfoot away with blows of her hooves. True, not for long, because Grizzly doesn't just give up. He chooses the moment and attacks one of the calves, after which he calmly disappears with him. And Mother can chase the bear as much as she wants, but he knows how to get her way. In the same way, he attacks the sheep of the bulls, turning the entire herd to flight and looking for the weakest. And the name usually turns out to be the youngest individuals. These calves are doomed. Here is a similar situation, and the bear, having caught one calf, immediately rushes after another, and the same fate awaits them all. Even young bison are unable to do anything against the grizzly. He simply falls on his prey and tries to knock it down. And even in the water, the bison fails to throw off the clubfoot. So the bear will soon drag his tired opponent to the shore. Although if bison is larger, then everything changes exactly the opposite. And this is an amazing grizzly chase after a reindeer. They're separated by a very long distance, but the bear does not give up. Without stopping, he jumps over the swamp and gives chase through the water. It's hard to believe, but bear closed the distance to the caribou extremely quickly, and his chances are slim. That's all. This predator emerged victorious in a stubborn chase, although sometimes this happens. The bear is hunting for caribou again, and as usual, he is with prey. But these fawns are not so simple, and when the bear goes to check on the second one, the first one jumps up and runs away. They manage to fool the grizzly bear himself, and it seems he is not happy. By the way, wolves can also seriously ruin a bear's life and even take away its prey. They act in an organized manner, and it is difficult for grizzlies to resist such opponents, so the best option would be to quickly leave this place. Although the bears will not miss the moment and will destroy the wolf's lairs if they find him. And with his huge paws, it's easier than ever. Yes, and grizzlies can attack people, although they do not perceive humans as food, but in case of danger, the bear will definitely show itself. It's good that the sound of the motorcycle scared off the clubfoot and saved the motorcyclist's life. And seeing bear cubs near the riverbank is very dangerous because at any moment their mother can attack you. It's worth giving credit to the huntsman for quickly reacting and scaring her off with a shot. Well, bears show perhaps the strongest aggression to each other, especially during the mating season. The males stand on their hind legs, and their loud roar can be heard throughout the entire area, and then they use their huge front paws, which inflict deep wounds and, of course, sharp fangs. The bears try to bite each other in the face and knock each other to the ground. Just look at the speed of their movements and the fury with which they fight. Of course, it all looks very scary. And this is perhaps the most furious battle of bears that I have ever encountered. Two huge monsters met in a green meadow in Alaska and could not pass by. Immediately a fighting stance and an exchange of crushing blows to the head. Just look at this paw and how the fur flies in different directions. The bears grab each other by the muzzle and try to knock each other down. A very brutal fight. They really destroy each other, but no one gives up. I used to think that someone with predators could compete with a bear, but after watching this video, you can't even imagine who could resist him. Who do you think can resist this giant? Write your opinion in the comments. The battle continues. Almost 10 minutes, and that's a lot for bear fights. And in the end, the defeated bear bows his head. a sign of his humility. This was the great battle. This is how fearless the North American brother of the brown bear turned out to be. I hope it was interesting and you liked the video. Then I will be very glad to see any of your assessments. Write in the comments, perhaps I missed something. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to turn on notifications.
We promise to do the best for you. See you soon in the next video.